yep, I was just outside jamming to a little, 'cause baby, I was born this way. I mean, I'm excited. I'm finding out now that I'm going to be doing Long Island Pride. Hi, guys. Welcome back to Nikki Nights as my eyelash tries to escape. Do you see that? Not today, Satan. You stay there. Oh, God, I do love a good eyelash, though. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not one of those actresses that's going to sit here and say, oh, no, these are mine. Some of them are. I mean, what's the point of lying? There's no point lying. It's like I'll never lie about my age. I'm never gonna lie. Like, why? You're just gonna find out anyway, and then it just looks like I have an issue. Lying? Why? Who does that? I don't know. It's not my thing. But who is my thing? Colton Tran. He's my man. Not my man. Let's not get it twisted, people. Calm down. He is my man this afternoon. We're going to chat. We're going to talk about, Colton in the business. Colton has a really interesting story, and I find, this young man really interesting. You know what I need now because of that? Just, you got to know when to just bless yourself, zip the lip, call it a day, keep it moving. I find him incredibly interesting. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, Nicole. Sometimes, you guys, like I was saying, I woke up at 6:30 this morning. What was wrong with me? I was in a hotel alone. I could have slept in. Did I? No. I was on Snapchat like the rest of the world. I'm on Snapchat because I feel, this is my theory on social media. I feel if you're contacted on Snapchat, it's almost as not, like if you're talking to somebody, right? You're talking to somebody, you're interested in somebody. I feel like if you're Snapchatting with them, it's not almost as direct as a text. I still take it extremely seriously. But you get what I'm saying? Like Snapchat, I feel like Snapchat for some reason isn't taken as seriously as like Instagram. Like it's very weird caliber of social media. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's like a ladder. It's very strange. I'm not on Facebook, guys. I went to the protest the other day and I ran into my friend Serena and I said, Serena, I'm so sorry. I got a message from you. Diana sent it to me. Guess what? I'm not on Facebook. I've known this woman for like almost 15 years. It was so embarrassing to have to tell her that somebody's been out there as an imposter. I mean, I don't really know what they get from that because how do you think it's going to go? Do you think somebody's just going to be like, oh, so you're not Nikki Blonsky, so everything I just poured my heart out to you about, don't worry, I got you, let's have coffee? No. That's awful. Why would you ever pretend to be anybody else? I'm gonna, because now I think the pink phone is infamous at this point. I used to have an ex who hated it, but what didn't that person hate? God. So now I'm looking up Colton because this is what we have to do. It's like a game of hide and go seek. Hello, Colton Tran. Are you ready for me? I am up and running. I mean, sometimes you just got to put it out there. I'm very excited. I have messages from Chad Lindbergh in here. Every time I see a message from Chad Lindbergh, my heart skips a little bit of a beat because I'm such a fan. But not just of the actor, the human. Like, Chad is out there. That right there is that's my brother, for sure. We are brothers from another mother, absolutely. But he has been out there almost every day going to protests, and I've never been so proud to be his friend. So, Lindbergh, this one's for you, buddy. How about that? This episode is for, okay, not just like, he's also the raddest human being. Like, Chad and I went to West Virginia together. Here's a Chad story for you. Chad and I went to West Virginia together. Now, when Chad and I get together in a room, something happens. we lose all sense of reality and self, and we just decide to do whatever we think is funny and us, because that is us. We sit in a hotel and room and we drink strawberry acai lemonades and we laugh. Yes, Starbucks. It always. Why does it go back there? Anyway, happy Chad. Chad and I, we've been to Eastern State Penitentiary together. We've been Lake Shawnee, West Virginia together. So there's this massive. We're at a Cause-a-Con, big charity Comic-Con type thing, signing autographs all weekend. Chad and I are sitting there talking to fans, and it's so fun. We judged a costume contest, and now this one's giving me an issue. Jeez, can't win. Can't win, guys. Can't win. It is really sticking up, is it though? Oh God, this is gross. Anyway, Augie was hawking loogies yesterday. I'm poking in my eyes. We're a classy establishment here at Nikki Nights. I'm just letting you know this. So Chad and I were there, and we walk in and we see this massive wrestling ring, and automatically we're like, Scooby-Doo. We were like, what? Of course. I know what you're thinking. And you're thinking the right thing. Yes. We absolutely got in the ring and we wrestled. In this corner, Chad Lindbergh from the Fast and the Furious. And in that corner, coming in at 4'10", Tracy Turnblad, Nikki, and I mean, the people lost their minds. He kept saying, take me down, take a hit, like, cute little things. And I'm like, and so I took a couple hits and got him down. We died laughing. We took our sweatshirts off and swung them in the air. We lost our minds. These are the type of experiences, you guys, that I live for. These are the friends I live for. I'm very blessed to have a group of friends that is very, very supportive. In this business, it can be very tricky navigating friendships. But I've been blessed to have friends like Chad and Dot Marie Jones, but then wonderful people behind the scenes like Craig Ganji, who is, oh gosh, one of the best hairstylists in California, in the world. I mean, he's done all my hair. Craig knows I love him. Hi, Craigie. So let's see what Colton has to say. If you're down, just pop in. I can't listen to this because you're live on the show. I'm in. Yeah, so you guys watch me communicate on my little pink Teletubby phone over here, because that's what it is at this point. Oh, Lord. It's just really funny. I hope he sends me a text message, because I hope that message basically said, don't send me a text message back. I mean, don't send me a voice note back, because that's what he did. Yesterday we did, can I just put everybody's mind to rest for a second? We did figure out who that was in Studio City. And I was right. It was Marissa Jarrett Winokur. She ran into Augie Duke. Augie Duke thought it was me and my dog. It was not. How weird is this? Marissa's dog's name is Augie. So, there you go. It was her. You heard the voice note, because you see, I message people while I'm live with you guys, because why not? How do you get on? It's a Zoom invite in the email. I'm going to send it to you. I mean, let's see. Now we have to call Diana. Colton needs a new invite, please. I love Diana. Thank God for Diana. We've been best friends. She's one of my best friends. We've been friends for 20-something years. And when you have a friend like that, you hold on to them. She sent me beautiful flowers the other day when I wasn't feeling that well. And, I sent her ridiculous things. But I'm just going to do it because, well, sometimes in life, you just have to copy and paste. And there you go. And it's done. Oh, you guys, these are the joys. I mean, you have to run your own podcast. It has to happen. You and your friends, me and my friends, we get up every day. Diana works tirelessly. It's insane. I get up and the first person I get a message from is her, and I wouldn't want it from anyone else. But I'm like, girl, we both should be sleeping. We don't sleep as much as we really should. Yeah, but what can you do? Um, I like to sleep, but right now I feel that my time is just better spent writing. I'm really enjoying it. I know I keep saying that, but it's interesting. I wrote about my dogs, my goddaughter, Diana. I'm going to finish hers today, I believe. So, and she just gave me a little, okay. See, the behind the scenes. It's like a behind the scenes and a podcast all in one. What it really is welcome to my chaotic life. But I wouldn't have it any other way. And he's trying to join. It shouldn't, you should just be able to click it, check your emails. I mean, I don't know. I can't, I would love to click it for him. I can't. I'm technologically challenged myself, but I had to lose. No. So, but I had to use Zoom, and I had to learn how. So that's been a feat in itself. You know, it's been interesting, this whole quarantine thing. I'm sure you guys know. Hey, we're all going through it. But the West was won. We'll get through it. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, there are horrible things out there happening, but we as a world can pick up and band together. I also am peeling. How gross is that? Maybe that's the name of the episode. I'm peeling. God, I mean, or maybe it's called I'm Unable to Join. That's what the name of the episode is. I'm unable to join. Oh, so there we go, Sarah. You guys see me talk to my team in this because they see it. What we do is Diana has taught me how. Guys, she's taught me everything about the computer. It's amazing. I have now been able to upload things to a drive. I wrote her back. I said, I feel smart. I did. I felt smart for like the first time. I was like, oh my God. I was like, how is this possible? How am I doing this? I felt like I was moving mountains. I did. So thank you, Diana. Now I drop it in the drive and bounce through my day, and I feel very special. It's funny. In school, you learn a lot of things, but sometimes you learn the most from your friends. You do. And from the people that you care about. And I care about Diana, and she knows this. I care about all my friends. I'm very lucky to have a varied group of friends. I would hope that Colton Tran is one of my friends after this episode, because it says that it's connecting, but it's not coming through, and I don't understand why we're having such an issue, because we had no problem with Char Margolis earlier, and now I have to send Diana a message. We're having massive issues. Here he is now. Okay, now we're going to bring him in. He's finally here. Are we ready? All right. He is, my God. Hi.
Hi.
But it's so worth it because, my God, I'm going to state the obvious. Jesus Lord, God was kind to you. Let's just get that out of the way.
You're so funny. Wow, that was really, really special.
I did not expect that.
Me either. Well, first of all, it was saying connecting.
Of course.
Yeah, it was, and then it said like update, and I was like later. So I did later. Then it said it has to be now. I don't know, but anyways, thank God we're here now. It's all that really matters.
We're here. That's it. Every day, it's literally luck of the draw. It's a Russian roulette I play daily.
Which is always a little fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that sick thing that Vegas gives you. It could either go really right or really wrong.
I miss Vegas, actually, so.
Can I tell you a ridiculous fact?
Oh, no, what?
That I have my own slot machines in Vegas.
Stop. Okay, wait. What casino?
MGM.
Amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah, there's a hairspray slot machine, and if you get 3 of me, you win the mini jackpot. It's like $888 or something. And And it sings like Good Morning Baltimore and all the songs.
That's amazing. Come on. I mean, next time you go there, you need to like take. Obviously, you probably have photos. Yeah, video.
Yes, on my Instagram, I'll send it to you. When I found out, Colton, I was like, really? Now I think
You're like, that's when you know. That's when you know you've made it. You know, either have a slot machine or a toy of yourself, one or the other.
that's when I knew my mother would be proud of me because she loves slot machines, like loves them.
You're like, cool, yeah.
Yeah, I did a big movie, Mom, but slot machines, okay, all right.
You're like, yeah. She's like,
Now it's the big time.
It's so funny. I'm so glad we're doing this.
Me too. I'm so glad we made it. How's your day been?
It's been really good. I actually had a call with Disney Channel this morning at 12, and so that's why we could come at like a little long. But I'm directing a music video for them in August. It was supposed to be the beginning of May, and obviously for obviously reasons got pushed back. But yeah, so we're having like a bunch of creative calls with me and the production company and Disney Channel. And I'm super excited because this one's like going to be a Halloween release. So it's very much in the vein of what I do. It's for their new franchise, Zombies. And so I'm doing, it's very like, and it's so cool because they're being very cool with my creative and letting me, it's very Beetlejuice inspired. Like we have stop motion. It's very stylistic and I'm very excited. So yeah, I did that. And then I walked the dogs. You know, I have 2 boxers. So did that. Yeah, I love them so much. So my babies. And
what are their names?
This is actually really funny. So I did a photo shoot yesterday with my friend because did you see my photo with those puppies, those silver dogs?
Not yet.
Oh my gosh! Hold on one second. I'm gonna grab it. So you have to see these dogs. And you have to tell me if you used to have one of these. I bet you did.
Okay, it's funny because I had 2 pugs. You guys, I used to have Rocky and Frankie, so I understand dog. Oh my gosh!
You remember these?
I remember those. Yes.
So I was on eBay and I saw these. And I was like, I think I need these. I don't know why. But anyway, so I did a photo shoot with them yesterday, and I did like complete like a ton of Photoshop to make it look like I'm in.
Can I show you something ridiculous?
Yes, please.
So last night, oh my gosh, where did it go now? It came out of the bag. I was on, it's, oh God, this is so gross. It fell out, but it's a puppy made of chocolate mousse.
Stop. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's melted now, and I couldn't eat it, and I'm not going to eat it because I feel guilty. It's a dog. Even though it's chocolate, it's a dog.
I know, I couldn't do that either. I actually saw that one Instagram video of like, it looks like a pug and then like, it's a cake, so they cut through its body. It just looked so creepy to me, and I'm like.
You know, I can't. I felt very guilty, and it also had a very strange texture.
It looks like it does. Like, yeah, no. I'm big with textures too. Like I can't eat pudding and stuff, so I'm like, you know.
Well, that's what it's like putty mixed with like pudding mixed with like Gumby. It's gross.
Ew. All those words.
I don't know. I know none of that sounded attractive.
That does not sound very nice. But yeah, so I've been doing a bunch of I've been doing Photoshop and graphic design since I was a kid as well.
That's what I wanted to ask you. When did you get into directing rather?
Yeah, so I mean, I do act as well, but directing has always been my passion as a kid. And like, I grew up in Utah, and my next door neighbor was a film director, producer. And one day he asked his daughter and I, which she was 13 years old as well. He's like, "Do you guys want to come be an extra in my commercial?" And we're like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I remember we did it. We like fell in love with the idea of it all. He like gave us all the tools we would need at his house, like to just shoot some little stuff. He's like, "Yeah, have fun." Taught us Final Cut by the time we were 14 years old. Photoshop, we were fluent by the time 14 too. So just continued to do that. And then just literally making movies as kids. But then I got scholarships to college, and then was making professional movies. I made my first professional one short when I was 17, and that did like the whole festival circuit and won some awards and stuff. And then my next short, I had some managers in LA see it, and they were like, "We want to represent you." So I was like, "Oh, cool. I guess I'll move." And I've been here for about like 7 years now, but it's been consistent work, and like it's just been really cool with the collaborations and people I've been able to work with. And like actually the first year I moved here in 2013, I booked a Disney Channel movie as an actor. So I've always kind of acted as growing up too, just to help myself be a better, well-rounded director. Because I hate when you go on set and like they can be technical, they know exactly what they want visually, but to talk to an actor, they're just like, yeah, do it again. They don't know how to tell them, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to be like well-rounded that way. So, but yeah, it started as a kid.
That's great. I mean, and I'm with you on two things there. Utah, I filmed in Salt Lake City. I loved it.
Oh my gosh. Well, what did you film in Salt Lake City?
I filmed a movie called Waiting for Forever with Rachel Bilson and Blythe Danner and Richard Jenkins and Tom Stewart.
Okay. Amazing.
It was an independent and it was so fun. And I just remember um, just the mountains. I
Oh
was
my,
in love.
it's beautiful. Like Utah is, and obviously experiences all four seasons, but just in the winter, it's beautiful. Even in the summers, every season, I love it. It's I growing up there. That's why in LA now I live in Burbank because I'm like, it feels more like Utah. You have the mountains around you. It's more suburban. Yeah, I can't get enough of it. So, but obviously I moved away. But I do want to have a house in Park City one day, eventually.
I just tell you that Utah, and the people were so welcoming and so nice, and I just loved the mountains. And now I can't wait. We're getting ready, the whole Nikki Nights team. We're actually going to be going down to Arizona, and so I can't wait because there's those are mountains, right?
Yes.
That was a very dumb thing I just said.
What are you gonna go?
Wow. Do you see what's happening here?
You're like, I'm losing
Well,
it.
because this is all right. Let me explain why I said this. Because they look like rocks, like it's red, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it is a different vibe. Like when you go through Moab and stuff like that, like
I'm not obviously it's not the same thing as like West Virginia mountains. Like I'm not that dumb, people. Jeez.
No, but like I get what you mean though, because like going through Moab, obviously they kind of blend into each other. The mountains coming from Utah to also Moab, and like they're like the rocks. Like so, I mean, I don't know, but Arizona has more. They have more mountains and more like complete red rocks, right? Or is it like a good like balance of both?
Yes, I believe it's a lot of red rocks and a lot of canyons. That's what I think it is.
That's yeah. Well, doesn't the Grand Canyon goes a little bit through Utah and Arizona, and it's like goes through a lot of these areas. Yeah.
All right. Well, now we know.
Now we know. So what was the other thing you agreed on? You said Utah.
Utah, and you also started it at 17 was your first big project. Hairspray, I started at 17.
Amazing. Oh my God.
It's a very interesting age.
It is like, well, cause see, like I started diving into the world like around like 13, 14, but that's when you're learning. Like obviously you were acting, probably performing before that, but it's like when that 17 was that age where it's like I had enough experience and enough for people to take me seriously and for the first people to invest in my movie and direct something and like spearhead a thing at 17, you know what I mean? So like same thing with you. It's like the experience of growing up, and especially if you're a performer, like as you obviously are, like as a kid, it's just cool to see like that transition, like that point.
Well, I think what happens is you get to an age where things start to just get a little clearer.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm actually noticing as I get older. Things are just, my vision is getting way clearer, and things that I want are becoming more apparent to me. And I was never afraid to go after them, but now, I guess being 31, you kind of just stop giving a little bit of a shit.
No, okay, you're 31.
Yes.
I literally we're the exact same age. That's crazy. This is just weird to me because I mean I had the exact same thought process, and I it was soon when I had my 30th last year. I had first of all my birthday party. I had a full on funeral. Rest in peace to my 20s, and like
Oh my
I was
God.
like crazy. I had my special effects team recreate a version of my head, and so I had a big version of my body laying in this coffin. I had organ music playing, candles everywhere. I had a hearse in the front yard. I had floating black umbrellas everywhere hanging from the trees. You go round to the back. You have to sign in. You see my coffin. Go into the backyard. I had an open bar. I had like a mound with like my gravestone that says "Here lies." It says Colton Tran. Here lies his youth. It was just fun. Like
Oh my
and
God.
like everyone had to come dressed in black, obviously, like for a funeral. It was so much fun. But that year, it was weird. That my 30th was one of the biggest like pushes in career. Like there was like a tilting point where like because as a director, I started directing so young that it was kind of like a challenge because like they could see my work and they're like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing and he produces amazing work, but he's also still 18 years old. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's that very it's like touch and go. It's back and forth. It's like they want to take you really seriously and they know that the work is quality work, but at the same time they're like you're 17 years
You're
old.
still exactly. So
You're
like
still a little wet behind the ears.
But that's why you prove them, obviously, and then you end up doing work. But I love, like you said, like that. There's definitely been a shift since 30. I'm like, wow, like the way that people, work with me now, like the amount of projects that I work on, and the caliber of these projects are really cool, and it's just a cool growth. And all my friends around me that are actors or people I've directed or whatever, we're all like growing together, and it's cool to see that because we're all like just continuously like moving. And
I
so,
agree.
yeah.
I've watched this with a lot of my Hairspray cast. Last night I was at a hotel and literally back to back I'm sitting there and I said, what should I watch on TV? Well, of course I ended up with the Golden Girls, but that's a given. Come on. But it started with Dirty Grandpa, Zach's movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I said, I love you, buddy, but I can't today. I couldn't. I needed to just something to just turn on, and that movie makes you actually like work a little to think like who's who and what's what. The Golden Girls, I know Rose, Blanche, Dorothy, and Sophia. That's it.
Oh
I don't
God.
need to know anything else.
You're like, that's it.
Yeah. And then I clicked over and 27 Dresses with James Marsden, literally back to back.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
It's so great to watch your friends doing well, though. And to
Sick.
watch them grow as artists.
Yep, and like that was that first Disney movie I did. That's when I met a bunch of that cast. We did the film. We all became very close, and after that, I started Dove Cameron. I started directing all of her music videos, and so then now it's just more of a friendship. We have this business partnership. We like work together. Same thing with my friend Jeanette McCurdy. She was on iCarly for a long time. I've known her since she was like 13, 14 years old.
Right.
And then it got to a point where she had me direct her web series as soon as Sam and Cat ended. And then her and I co-wrote a movie together. And it's just cool once it becomes business too. And like you see them grow, and like we all like grow, but then it's like you look down the road and you're gonna like, this is gonna be cool because like, Sandra Bullock, all these people when they were younger, you see them, like Johnny Depp, you see him as like he's like has like a smaller role in Nightmare on Elm Street, and he dies, and now you just see them all succeed together. And I just love like people like you and just like my friends are all around the same age. It's just gonna be a cool like growth and seeing us all like move on.
Well, like what I was telling my friend who is an actress, Amy, I talk about her a lot, and I told her today, I said, Amy, we all got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
For me, Hairspray was really my first job in the business.
Wow.
Like big, it was my first job. I never really did commercials, nothing.
That's so crazy wow.
But it also didn't happen overnight. Everybody thinks like I just like woke up on Hairspray Land and raft and hair, and on,
No, that process of getting booked like that and that massive of a project is not easy process, obviously.
It's not. Adam Shankman always said, oh my God, Hairspray 2, it could never be because it's so much work. And I'm like, I'm like, excuse me. Like now you're doing Hocus Pocus 2 and Enchanted 2. Don't try me, sir. He knows that I'm a lunatic and I want to do it.
I'm surprised Kenny's not doing it.
Yeah, well, Adam and Kenny are two of my favorite directors. I've never worked with Kenny, but I love his work. I love Hocus Pocus. Are you kidding? I have a sweatshirt over here.
Wait, look, I'll show you this. I made this.
Oh.
I bought leather, I cut it up, I sewed this, I made this out of Sculpey clay and sprayed it, distressed it. Yeah, I love Hocus Pocus so much. So
I love it so much. I have a sweatshirt here that says Sanderson Sisters Museum, home of the Black Flame Candle.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Literally, when I heard about it, I messaged Adam and I was like, congratulations, I feel like I can die happy now. Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh my God. And the original cast is back, yeah?
Yeah, and Adam's such a brilliant director that the man touches anything and it just turns to genius, so.
It literally, I cannot wait. Are you in California? I forget.
I'm not. I'm on Long Island right now. So you've heard of The Great Gatsby, obviously.
Yeah.
I grew up about 5 minutes from the Gatsby estate.
Oh my God.
Not the same area, though. Let's not be mistaken.
Leo
was not driving around in a Lamborghini when I was in high school. But yes, and now I'm in Franklin Square, and it's interesting. It's nice. I prefer like a more of a block, and you know.
Yeah, I love that. I have not. So, do you live there permanently, or are you there kind of during this COVID thing?
No, I'm here permanently. I mean,
Okay.
this is my home base, and then I travel back and forth for work. So I've lived in Canada, I've lived in LA, I've lived in you name it,
Okay, but
Louisiana.
you live everywhere else temporarily until you go. Okay, cool. Because like a lot of people right now from LA have gone home for a while. You know, obviously there's just trying to ground themselves or whatever they're doing. Um, but for me, it's like I've been lucky enough to have consistent work still, even after this whole COVID thing. Like
That's a
people,
blessing.
well, I directed actually directed and starred in a horror film that I did over the New Year's, and it was my first time directing myself because my agents were always like, "You, why don't you put yourself in your own movies?" I was like, that's not like my go-to, my thought process. Anyways, it was something that me and my producing partner were like, we have her giant cabin up in the woods in Utah for 7 days over the New Year's. It's like,
Duh.
let's shoot a feature film. So my writing partner, he wrote this script in 5 days. We did 3 days of like revisions, literally shot over the New Year's, a 7-day shoot. And that was so, and then COVID kind of happened a month after that. So I was in post-production. I edit my own movie. So I was in editing, and then I had to like hand it off to visual effects, and then sound design and score, and then color correction. So that was stuff that could all be managed during this, you know what I mean? Because it can happen remotely. So
Yeah.
it was a really, really fortunate timing situation for us, because now when we come out of this, studios are going to be like scrambling for content, and we have a feature film. So
That's incredible.
thank
Congratulations.
you. I'll have to send you the trailer after, like for it. Like it's
Please.
really
I
exciting.
just did my first horror film this year, this past year and a half. Yeah.
What movie was it?
It's called Ghost in the Graveyard.
Okay, I
It's
love
a
that.
new director, Charlie Campanaro, and he was great, and we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Kelly Berglund is in it, um,
Okay.
and we had a great
Oh,
time.
I'm friends with Kelly.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah.
So I think
So
she was in Lab Rats, correct?
yeah, I love Kelly. She's actually come to my house a couple times.
Yeah, she
she,
was Kelly. I was so impressed. I watched her in Fosse Verdon as a young Gwen Verdon, and I was blown away at
wow,
the talent.
I've never really seen her in my. See, that's what's funny about this world, this industry, especially like that age we're around.
Yeah,
Like, I have my parties and people bring people, or like I work with people, and I don't. A lot of time I don't know what they're in, which is I think it's good. It's good to just
yeah.
because when I first moved to LA, and this was cool. We had just finished that Disney movie. So the lead of it, Luke Benward, he was like, his family lives up in the Burbank Hills, and they're like, we're doing this thing every Sunday called Family Dinner, because we know a lot of you you're here from out of state, and we want to make dinner and have everyone just be able to have a family, every week.
Yeah, we did that on Hairspray a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just so sweet. But like it would just bring in this big crowd of people who are on these shows and all these whatever, because it was like a safe place for all of us to just
Yeah.
like be friends. But anyways, built a ton of friends from that, and a bunch of like just work relationships. And the same thing like with Kelly, like my friend Courtney, he's a photographer, and like so we'd hang out all the time, and then he brought her over here, and we all hit it off, and it was just a fun time. It's just, but you never know. I've never seen her, and like I said, I've never seen her stuff, but I just think that everyone's finding good people. I love it.
Can I just say the LA parties though? You never know who you're gonna meet.
Never, but see, you never know, and it's like, oh shit, there's Miley, or whatever,
Yeah.
but see, I've gotten to a point. I mean, I've never been like a starstruck person in the first place, like because I've always had celebrity friends. It's just weird, like one of my like I mean, obviously, even just because with like Dove and like some of these people and like Ariana, like people that are and Jeanette, like that are my friends. Like when I see them, I'm like, oh, they're your friends. Like I'm not gonna like
Well,
be,
yeah, because we're human beings.
and of course, once since you've obviously doing your show, you realize you don't, and you know how you want to be treated too. So it's like I never want to be that person who ever makes anyone uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This is what the only time I thought I'd be starstruck, but I wasn't. I was like, this is weird. But I'm like diehard like Britney Spears fan. I love her. Anyway, so
Oh,
me
I
and
was
Dove,
just singing outside going, "'Cause I'm strong." I'm not kidding.
yes.
I'm not kidding.
Oh my God, she's everything to me. Even now, even this is just kind of crazy. But I swear, no one has been that. Anyways, me and Dove went to the Disney Channel Music Awards, and she was like, we have to go to this because she's like, Britney Spears is getting like a big award tonight. They're doing like a performance, like whatever. And so Britney was sitting like right in front of us, and then we ended up running into her backstage and like met her, and it was the weirdest thing ever. And I thought I would be like, oh, what the heck? But I was like, this is cool. It was just cool, and I'm like, I feel totally fulfilled. You know what I mean?
I had that when I saw Johnny Depp at the MTV Movie Awards.
Were you like,
Well, I was with Zach, and you know, he was like, really? Because Johnny, this has never happened. I don't fangirl. I don't get starstruck. Doesn't happen. All of a sudden, Johnny came out, and I was about 3 feet away from him, and I was like, huh? Like every other woman, they all just started screaming, and somehow something in me, it was like this innate thing that I just let out this, like, I had to.
And what happened? Did he like talk to you?
No.
You're like, he ran for the
know that I was there. I'm pretty sure Johnny doesn't know that I'm here on Earth. But if he does, hello, sir. You're a fine actor, and I adore you. But Zac Efron was not that happy that I was acting like a fangirl. He was like, I've never seen you act like this. And you know it's bad when Efron puts you in check.
You're like, I was just kidding.
Maybe you need to rein it in, Nick. Rein it in.
He's like, calm down. Calm down.
Well, I said to him, I said, now you know what it is like when I travel with you, my friend. It's a full contact sport.
Yeah, oh, trust me, it's really, really crazy. It's just
I
crazy.
have gotten in Italy, no lie, Colton, I went back to my hotel with a black eye because this girl was so excited. I said to him, you leave, I'll follow, like you go, the crowd will run out after you, and then I'll go so that I don't get the backlash.
And you're like, oh, I got the backlash.
Oh, I got it. Right in the face. The girl was so excited. She had his autograph in her hand, and I'm going down the stairs. She was coming up the stairs. She didn't see me. I just, ah!
Oh, my. And you were probably doing, like, press stuff, too. It's like this black eye.
I went back to the hotel, and my makeup artist was from Italy. And he looked at me and went, "Che?" He just, what? And I was like,
you're like, oh, this is the end.
I was like, I had to bring the translator in, and I was like, can you please tell him that I got punched in the face by an 8-year-old?
By an 8-year-old.
I said, tell him I got punched in the face by one of Zach's, 8-year-old fans. This is very embarrassing. And then in Spain, I said to him, you take the left side of the carpet, I'll take the right side of the carpet, so there's not like a crazy cluster.
Yeah.
Does he listen? No. He comes over to my side of the carpet. All the girls and a lot of men are freaking out. And they start coming, and now they're trampling the barricade. This has happened to me. It's happened to me, and it's the best. And all of a sudden, barricade goes down. I am under it. Just people.
Oh, no.
It was very scary.
Well, at least you're still alive today, so that's good.
Yeah. So, I guess now I should just tackle running with the bulls in Spain because...
it's probably less dangerous than... you have all the experience at this point.
I'm telling you, do you know him?
Zach?
Yeah.
I don't know Zach personally, but I have a lot of people, like my friend Kiersey and Chloe, like they were both obviously done movies with him. One of my friends actually dated him. I don't know if it was the era of when he was doing the Hairspray, but she was with him for like a couple of years. So
he's a great guy. We had a lot of fun on that movie. Here's ridiculous. This is what I used to do for the boys in Hairspray. On my day off, Zach and Elijah would call me. Are you at the mall, Eaton Center in Toronto? I'd be like, yeah, sure. What's up? Can you go to Zara and get me boxers and undershirts? And on the way back, can you bring me back a rack of ribs from our favorite place?
I can. Who's Sarah?
Zara.
Oh, Zara. Okay, I was like...
Zara. I was like... Well,
I think you said Sarah. I was like, who's Sarah?
Might have been a Sarah. I don't know. Yeah. Please. Anyway, so I was like, Of course, because they were like my brothers, you know. We had a lot of good times.
I
They
love that. Just like being on sets and like building those families are like, it's just one of the most amazing.
What's one of the greatest bonds that you've made on a set?
Well, Cloud9 was really like, I'm still friends with all those people. Like, there's some of my closest friends. Like, one of the other actors too, he just brought me on to direct this short that he was producing. My friend Kiersey, she was also in Jeanette's web series. So I've like worked with them all in different capacities. And Luke Benward, I was directing music for Dove, and he came on as her love interest just in the story for the narrative. And so it's been really cool. But probably one of the most amazing experiences to date now is the feature that I just did, because we flew all the actors out. We were all housed in this gigantic cabin, and the movie was contained in this cabin. So we lived together, the crew lived together. We shot a movie in literally 6 days, 12-hour days for 6 days in a row. And being able to like, my director of photography, he was like, once he found out I was in it, he was like, I'm so scared, because it was the day he got to Utah. And he's like, I was like, why? Where are we finding? He's like, I've seen your work separately, but he's like, some directors cannot take that hat off and like direct and then put it straight back on and like act. And so he's like, I'm scared of that. 'Cause he's like, we're trying to pull this off in such a quick amount of time that's scary. I was like, we've got this. And like, you know, because I'm always just like, you believe you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. And we did it. We actually wrapped a date early. It was crazy. So, but yeah, that was the most bonding experience, to do something like that, to interact with the actors, but also direct them, and then. And just like the post-production has been great, and everyone has such an investment because they did it because it was a passion. I was like, hey guys, who wants to come to Utah? We'll fly you out here. We all make a movie. We do what we love to do over the New Year's, because always, you know, everyone's like, ooh, they make all these resolutions, and they wake up January 1st and you're like hungover and you're like, what the did I just do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, give me a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel.
No, literally. So by the time January 7th rolls around, we had a feature film like filmed. And so it was cool. And that's what bonded everyone so like tightly. And yeah. And like, you know, it was a quick process, but it was very, very bonding. So
I have to ask you, what would be a dream project for you?
a dream project. Well, I have one that I'm in development for right now that is truly my dream project, because I love horror.
Same here.
Like what's your favorite scary movie?
You know, I'm more of a psychological thriller. I'm a Silence of the
You're gonna love this one that I just shot, seriously, because it's horror, but it's psychological. It's definitely psychological. It's not a slasher. It's not like, I cannot wait to send this to you. See, but I love Scream. I love that stuff. I would direct that sort of stuff, but like my main passion is very like Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands. Like I love a good stylistic film where you're in this whimsical fantasy world where you can push you stretch things and like do things that don't completely make sense, and I love that. So Lance Bass, he's actually producing one of my movies. That's the one I'm in development for now.
Oh, I love him.
And he's just amazing. But when we met, he came to the film festival, because I was friends with him before, but like we weren't as close. And he came and saw the short I just had done called Killer Date, and it did the festivals. It got to like 50+ festivals, did really well. And he saw it and was like, oh my gosh. He's like, let's get together and talk about what other projects you have. And so I told him about this specific one, and he was like, I'm obsessed. Like, send me your lookbook, everything. Like, I want to really be behind this. So now we've been pushing it, and it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but in the horror genre. So we're dealing with like a live action world with animated elements. It's really, really cool. You know, yeah. So that's kind of like, when you ask like what the dream project would be, it would truly be to make this one come to life, because it's very different to me, and it's special, and it's like I just know that it's gonna be one of those things. It's, you know, like when people do vampire movies or they do like a zombie film, there's this wave of zombie films after, a wave of vampire movies. This sort of genre right here would be like something you cannot, like when Who Framed Roger Rabbit happened, it's like, that's Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it doesn't happen again. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that would be this sort of world. And I'm
very much like the Pink Panther. Yes, once it's there, it's there.
Yeah, and it's very specific too, especially, but no one's touched it in the horror genre. So I'm very, very excited for this project. So
I loved those cartoons growing up. Bugs Bunny, you know, Yosemite Sam, you know, come on.
Yes. Well, see, that's the thing. That's when I talk about pitch and stuff, and I actually shot a proof of concept, and it's really cool. So it's like seeing live action people interact with like I have this giant bear trap that like boom, like snaps on his leg, so he's like screaming, and there's like blood. It's like horror mixed with a cartoon, you know.
Yeah.
But everyone grew up familiar with cartoons. You ask anyone, they know what they are, and so that's why it's, you know, those movies
do well.
You
want to hear something insane?
Yeah.
Senior year of high school, my principal, Steve Goldberg, who I adored, says to me, tomorrow we have a big uh, assembly. Okay, I'm playing. What was he playing? Oh, South Park, the movie. We all sat there and watched it because he was such a massive fan.
At the assembly, that is so funny. That's really
This is
funny.
what we did at the village school. Callie's agreeing. I mean, I swear to God, nothing drives me more insane than when she goes off on like a mailman because she knows he's coming. He's gonna come every day, Callie.
My
And
dog.
even if I don't have a package, he's still gonna be on the block
Every day. Every day.
every day.
What,
She doesn't let up. It.
what kind of dog is she? She sounds big.
She's too big, but she's lovely. She's half pit, half hound.
Oh,
Brindle,
cute.
but you have to understand.
Brindle. Mine too. I have a brindle boxer, and then I have a fawn boxer.
See, then she'll. It's so nice when she stops. But see, I had Rocky and Frankie, and they were pugs.
Oh.
They just wanted to sleep. Rocky would literally look at me, Colton, and when I would wake him up at like 11 a.m. noon to go out to pee for the first time because he would just sleep. And when I would wake him up, he'd look at me and go like this, like I was inconveniencing him.
Like, here we go again. Yeah, I pick him up. His like tail's like bouncing around. He's like,
Yeah, like dogs are funny. I've worked with some. Have you worked with animals?
I have worked with a bird, and then I have worked with one dog. But like I try. I mean, I like working with kids, but I have. Yeah, I guess I haven't worked with many animals yet. Have you?
I worked with 9 live rats.
For what?
Hairspray.
Oh
The
my god,
rats on the street all dancing around my feet. Those were real rats.
that's amazing! Oh my god. See, so were they trained in a way where they like were going a specific spot, or were you like,
Me, I go up to the wrangler, the rat wrangler, because in this
I
business
cannot the rat wrangler?
there are such things as
I know.
animal wranglers. And I go up to this man and I go, "Excuse me, rats they're not gonna bite." And he goes,
Is this gonna? Do they have rabies?
"Yeah,
That's
are
right.
we going to the hospital?" Is the question. And he goes, "That's a good question. I don't really know." He goes, "Just the chance we're gonna have to take. We're just the chance we're gonna have to take."
You're like,
Not on my first movie, sir. Not on my first movie.
you're like, we're rolling. Here we go. You're like, oh shit, here we go, and
Yeah, I was like, "What? Good morning!" Like instant. Like
I
like
love
the
it.
most bipolar. You just boom, kicked over into high drive, and they didn't bite. But they were. I mean, you know what it was? I used to have hamsters, and I was all right with the hamsters. But it's the tail on the rat.
I actually had 2 pet rats.
I mean, they're
I don't.
adorable, but they just.
The tail is really really creepy. Like the way that has like those like little like I don't even know.
You also have
But
to understand that I'm from New York City, where the rats are so big that they are strong enough to carry around an entire slice of Joe's Pizza.
wow, that's seriously so scary. Like, see, mine were not like that. You know what? Well, obviously, you mentioning this whole opening scene. I was actually at rehearsals and on set for the hairspray they did, the live one,
Yes.
because I had a couple friends in it, and so I was like, it was just cool to see that like adaptation, how you can do it live, like literally, like just it was really cool.
So many moving parts. And I thought we were moving in Hairspray, the movie. But when you add the live element to it, my God,
That is a different world, like seriously.
a whole new.
That's why they rehearse so over. No, it's like doing a one take movie. Like everybody could we're on Steadicam. You're like, hey guys, this whole music video is one take. Like rehearsal is just like key, and then one chance.
See, I haven't really directed anything. The most thing that I've really directed, I've produced, but I've directed a audition tape for an old friend of mine, um, for The Voice. That's about it.
You're like, so that's the extent of it. But that's fine though. I think like it's good to know like
Well, can I
because I
tell
think
you, Colton,
what?
this person says to me, I said, "Okay, well, now you're just going to give a description about yourself, right? Hey, I'm so and so. This is why I sang." She goes, "What do I say?" your name. I had to write it out for her and tape it on her name, her age, where she was born.
She had never acted before, or like what was going on?
It wasn't acting. It was just her
Oh,
singing.
for the voice you said for the voice. Oh yeah, your face.
You don't know your name? All
You're
right.
like, how you don't know how old you're? Okay. Let me
Okay.
just.
I may as well have just Wikipedia'd her at this point and just. What I did was I went online, I Word doc, printed it up, taped it to the camera. Read that. Let's get out of here. Wasting my money.
Oh,
Oh gosh, you can't teach them all, Colton, but and you can't teach your talent because I've watched some of your work and it's very impressive, and
thank you so much. It means a lot.
I can tell you love what you do.
I absolutely love what I do. I can't imagine doing anything different, and I've been so lucky, like I said, to move to somewhere like Los Angeles where, it's not an easy place to live, and the competition is crazy, but I thrive from the competition. But it's, like I said, I've just been very lucky to have just it's all about who you surround yourself with always. I just have a group of people, and I've always known that ever since high school. Like growing up in Utah, there's a lot of pressure to be this image of perfect, which I swear it was a couple of years ago, which I realized, oh, that doesn't exist. Because for some reason I was like, it does, I swear. So with that big Mormon influence, and I was like, okay, so you can't swear or else you're going to hell. You can't drink, you're going to hell. Blah, blah. So I never even drank a sip of alcohol until I was 23 years old. On my 21st birthday, my mom was like, you shouldn't want a beer or something. I was like, I looked at them, I was like, in my mind, I was like, this is a trick. I was like,
yeah.
No. I was like, I'm good. So it's just, but again, growing up in high school and college, I was surrounded myself with people I knew can help you grow, vice versa, because there's different types of people and different, you surround yourself with people who are going to keep you stunted. It's like, hey, we're all just here partying all day long together. That's all we do. Great. You be aware, if you're aware of that, great. There's some people who want to keep everyone that they know below them. Like, oh, these people are not going to succeed over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's other people who want to surround themselves with people who are greater or can help, and that's the most beneficial thing. And I feel like was the key to living here, was just really.
Well, I heard on the radio today, I heard Ryan Seacrest say something that really stuck to me, and he was talking about what's going on in the world, and he said, it takes nothing if you're to light someone else's candle with your flame.
I love that so much. That gives me chills. Ooh, but it's so true. It's so true.
You don't lose any light by giving it to somebody else.
No, but some people see it the other way. That is literally a message and things that I've been thinking a lot about lately, because my word for this year has been balance, this year and last year, because I realized I am extremely good at balancing my work, my friendships, my relationships, and it's because you can give light and keep this good energy, because I swear positivity is just it's so important, so special. But when I have people who are I need to talk, blah, 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 or when I'm on a set, it's someone's starting to freak out, because I know that people are looking at me as a director, as soon as they see me crumble or something, that it's a domino effect. And so I will I'll be like, hey, oh my gosh, you guys, okay, cool, good, right. And I'll talk, if I have a problem with someone, I'll talk privately, obviously, but I still try to twist whatever's happening and light it, like you said, give some of your light, because it just doesn't take anything away. And I've thought that, I'm it's funny, because some people are oh my gosh, I give so much energy and I'm exhausted, and I'm I never feel that way. I feel I can give, and then I still feel I'm myself. It probably comes one day a month or one every 2 months, so all of a sudden I'm I feel so I don't feel sad, but I'm going to cry. I'll get back from the gym and I'm sitting in my car and I'm yep, it's gonna happen. And I sit there, I was ah! And then I'm okay. And then I'm I don't know why I'm crying. It's just something that must build up. It is, but there's no specific reason. Do you know what I mean? And so, which is good. It's good that I'm also aware that that's just how it happens. If it happens, I'm okay. You know what I mean?
I love that you're not afraid to admit that, because I feel in today's world, so many people are just I don't cry. Colton, I sat in a room yesterday. See, I'm also a big believer in turning things on its head and finding the positive in everything.
Yes.
I'm sitting in my hotel room, and of course I ordered dinner late, but I'm waiting for it to come, and first restaurant cancels the order because it's too far away. All right, Now they won't reimburse me. Now I'm ticked. Now I call up, I order somewhere else. Guy's on his way. Now it's like 10 p.m. I'm not even going to eat it because I'm tired and I want to go sleep. He's on his way. His car breaks down.
Oh my
So
god, to
now,
deliver your food.
yeah. So now it's another like 40 minutes. I'm waiting. He finally got there at 11:20. I said, "Thank you so much." I gave him a tip, and that was that. But you know what, Colton? Most people were like,
They
I
would, they
had
would.
food
Yep.
and I had a roof over my head. I was peaceful, and that's all I care about.
Yes, it's about finding that, like even through this whole like
Balance, like you said.
it is, it's balancing that, and it's also realizing like, and I always tell myself when people have issues or whatever, like I have a friend who I swear everything that comes out of her mouth is negative or it's like pessimistic or it's whatever, and I'm
Oh,
like,
I have an ex like that.
it's just it's exhausting. But I'm like, listen, she'll like say stuff like, oh my gosh, well this is gonna happen or that's gonna. I was like, listen, you can't try to predict everything that's gonna happen because then you're gonna like drive yourself nuts. If the bottom line, ask yourself this question: do I have control of the situation? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, then take control over it and do something about it. If no, do not drive yourself crazy because we
I'm
don't
like,
have
I
control.
say just roll with it, lean with it,
Yes,
rock with it.
yes.
You can't, somebody said to me once, you can't swim against the current. You're just going to tire yourself out.
Yeah, you need to go along. Yeah, that's great, and it's just I don't know. I think that, but again, every person's personality is just different. And like when I see people like her, I'm like, oh, I wish I could do something. Like I'll tell her till I'm blue in the face how because she's always down on herself. I'm like, you are so talented. Like, and I remind her of everything that she's done in her life, like and things that she should be proud of. You have a healthy family, you have a giant family. You did it on and on and on. But it's like
Yeah.
you need to find that what you're grateful for because there's
And
a lot to be
sometimes
grateful
it's nice to see the light bulb go off and certain people pick up what you're laying down and sometimes they don't. But, I have to tell you that I enjoy your work so much and I
for. Thank
thank you
you.
for all your time. And I really
Thank you.
look forward to your future projects because I'm such a horror fan.
Yeah, I will send you what as soon as we have the final like edit, I'll send you like a screener because obviously we're not going to have like a premiere anytime soon. So
And obviously, keep me in mind if you ever need me. I
I
can get
100.
scary and freaky with the best of them.
Oh, trust me, there's lots of good things coming this way. Like I said, the one I'm doing with Lance right now, I'm very very excited about that one.
Oh my gosh,
And,
that's
and we
amazing.
actually have another one called Eight Bodies. I'll send you the link to it.
Yes,
Me
please.
and Jeanette, that's what me and Jeanette co-wrote, and I directed it, and we are now adapting it to a feature. So that's in the works as well. So I'll send you those things,
Love
and
it.
thank you so much
Go
for.
enjoy your boxers. Thank you for your time. Thank you. I adore you.
I adore you too. We'll talk soon, okay?
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
How lovely is he? Oh, what a wonderful guy. He started young, like me, you guys. He started 17. And when you start at that age, you can be very impressionable and a lot of things can happen in the business. But Colton and I had a very clear vision and we are on our journeys and our paths. And my friend, it's good to see you doing well. So thank you, Colton Tran. Um, I look forward to his projects, Eight Bodies, and all of them. So can't wait. You guys, I have so much fun doing the show. Again, big thanks to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, all the platforms, to the Nikki Nights teams. You girls are just aces. Sam, Danny, Sarah, and of course, our fearless leader, the one and only CEO of Nikki Nights, Diana Bassett. I adore you. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.